My name is Rob, and I live in the small market town of Wootton Bassett in Wiltshire. I've spent the last few years of my life growing up here, and it's everything you would expect from a typical town. Probably the most distinct building in Wootton Bassett is the Town Hall, a 17th century building supported by 15 pillars. Situated on the High Street, it is a clearly visible building and easily recognisable. The High Street itself is dotted with all the usual small local shops, such as a post office and a Boots. The High Street also has a small church for the local community, as well as its fair share of pubs. Just off from the High Street, the town also has a large secondary school, the school where I myself was taught. With a population of over 11,000 people, the rest of the town consists mainly of housing estates. However, if you know where to go, the town also has a beautiful lake, usually with a few people having some fun down there, and always with the local ducks enjoying themselves. Unfortunately, Wootton Bassett is not famous for any of these things, but for something much more upsetting. The town of Wootton Bassett is located just outside Swindon along the M4 motorway. 15 minutes away is the Royal Air Force Base Lyneham, a base that primarily deals with the Hercules transport aircraft. It is renowned as being the gateway between the United Kingdom and Afghanistan, transporting vehicles, supplies and personnel to and from the war-torn country. It is a secure base with armed guards performing ID checks on all people that enter. Walking around the perimeter of the base, there are lots of signs telling you that you are in a military area. You can see relics of previous wars, and you can just about see the fleet of Hercules parked on the runway, and, on the day I visited, a solitary C-17 Globemaster parked on its own. This is the model of plane that's used to bring home the bodies of soldiers killed in action in Afghanistan. This particular plane is carrying the body of a soldier killed by a bomb blast in southern Afghanistan. Whenever a British troop is killed in Afghanistan, the bodies are brought back to RAF Lyneham. Once the plane lands, all the troops and supplies are unloaded, and the plane taxis around to an idle part of the runway. A military memorial service is held as the bodies of the fallen soldiers are finally unloaded from the aircraft. The families of the soldiers are given time to grieve with the body before it is loaded into the waiting hearse and driven to the John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford. On its way to the hospital, the hearse has to pass through the nearby town of Wootton Bassett. This is a common occurrence and makes the news regularly. I wanted to find out how many people have heard of the town of Wootton Bassett and if they knew what happened there. Have you ever heard of a town called Wootton Bassett?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen it in the news quite a bit.
No.
No. No, I never heard of that before.
Yes.
No.
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 Nah.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. My girlfriend lives there. Are you filming about the repatriations?
The Wootton Bassett town website always posts the dates of upcoming repatriations for the fallen soldiers. Having already filmed the C-17 containing one of the soldiers killed in Afghanistan, I thought it would be fitting to pay my respects at his repatriation that same day. One of the main things I noticed at the repatriation was the huge police presence, although very casual. They actively engage in conversation with the community, and, although they are there to maintain order, they are also there to pay their respects, like everyone else. Some police officers check every car on the high street, using the sniffer dogs to make sure there are no bombs located in or under any of the cars. The Royal British Legion always turn up in full military dress clothing and in large numbers to pay their respects. In May 2009, the Royal British Legion honoured Wootton Bassett with a special award in recognition of Legion members who turned out to honour hundreds of fallen British servicemen and women being repatriated from Iraq and Afghanistan. Out of curiosity, I decided to ask some of the Legion members how far they had travelled and why they kept coming to pay their respects. How many repatriations have you attended?
Oh, about 15.
Probably since last.
15.
Since last year ago, last August.
Why did you come to the repatriations?
Well, I've been in the Navy for such a long time. I think it's just showing respect for the fellow servicemen.
Okay, how far have you come from today to show
From Melksham.
From Melksham, I don't know how far that is, about 18 miles probably, 18, 20 miles, something like that.
Right, cool. Would you continue to pay your respects if repatriations moved to Brighton Wootton? Around these places?
Possibly,
Possibly.
yeah.
Maybe not so often, but
Yeah, it's quite
possibly.
far away.
It's quite
Yeah.
far away. Yeah.
Right. How many repatriations have you attended?
About 30.
And why did you come to them?
It's we look after our own. It's comradeship. It's servicemen.
And how far have you travelled from today?
25 miles.
So that's from
That's from Gloucester.
Gloucester. Okay. Would you continue to pay your respects if the repatriations moved to Wootton?
No, I would. Yes, I would.
You would?
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Members of the Royal British Legion Riders branch attend every repatriation. In March 2010, they held a mass parade through the High Street to raise money for their associated charity and raised in excess of £100,000. The Cross Keys pub is located in the middle of the High Street and is where the friends and relatives of the fallen often wait for the repatriations to begin. In 2009, the owner of the pub, Kirsty Lambert, along with others from the town, accepted the Sun's Military Award on behalf of the town of Wootton Bassett for its support to the armed services. At the repatriation, one of the most obvious things is the sense of community and deep respect everyone has for the people serving in the armed forces. It's an unbelievably friendly atmosphere, with people of all ages and background talking together. However, minutes before the repatriation actually begins, the whole town goes deathly silent. Everyone lines the high street, and the church bells begin their toll.